And welcome to the GESARA Show. I managed to get it in again.
You're beating me to the punch a lot more here.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
that's it. You see.
I'm getting punch drunk on everything. All right, you're punching me too hard.
Well, you can always drink punch, can't you?
Well, yeah, I'm actually drinking tea, but I don't have any
Ah,
punch.
I thought you were drinking
I
punch.
suppose I could make some punch, but
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
but I don't
Then
like Hawaiian punch. No, that
you,
that stuff's nasty.
well, you don't have. You can have rum from Barbados. How about that?
And well, rum from Barbados would be nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Do the entire rum runner thing.
Yeah. Well, they have great rum in Barbados. Now, I have been to Barbados, so I have an opportunity of knowing that. I know
Never,
that
never been to Barbados.
I have. My brother got married there.
Okay, and never been to any of the islands in the Caribbean. So
Yeah, well, I wouldn't have been if my brother had not married a lady who comes from Barbados.
okay,
So she's
uh, uh,
a native Bajan. But they met in the UK, and
all right. You want to transfer the con, sir?
yes, let me transfer the
I'm
con.
looking to see if someone is here. Kyrki, we have missed you. Are you here?
Certainly her subscription has been now properly renewed,
Okay.
so that it should no longer be an issue.
I'm looking, waiting to see here if she is. If she is here, okay. Kyrki, if you can hear me, unmute yourself, darling. We've been waiting to get an update about Nicolas. Okay, if you would. Okay.
And you should be able to find her in the.
I did. I found her. There is she there? Ask to unmute. Okay.
So are you there, Kyrki?
Yes, I am here.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Kyrki. We missed
Hello.
you, and we wanted to make sure that everything is okay with you and Nicolas.
Sort of.
Sort of.
I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. I've missed you too, but I've been preoccupied these last few days. A couple of times that I listened to some time, and I was doing things at the same time. Anyway, Nicolas, it was getting better. I'm saying was because we got a scan, and the result that came written on a page describes in detail. Then the summarizing underneath says worsening. And I spoke to the oncologist who is on holiday, but we spoke anyway. And she's going to check the CDs and compare them tomorrow because she will ask somebody to take all the file that is with the answers and that to her place, despite the fact that she's on holidays. Thank goodness for that.
Good. Yes.
So we're waiting for her opinion of the comparison of the findings. Now, he's somehow better. There's no pain and no, but there is some other thing that has come to something like a water piling and getting a little bit of discomfort every time he eats, every time. And so it's a little bit confusing. So I'm hoping that this improvement is going to last and is going to go on. But if I'm honest with you, I'm so desperate to find out the med beds are here and he's too.
Yeah, I understand
we're all waiting for that, Kyrki.
Yes.
And we continued prayers and healing energy sent towards Nicolas. We're all in this together. We're pulling for him. We really are. Okay.
I say, remember, cancer does not survive under a normal pH value. So make sure that he is having enough alkaline things to get his pH value into normal areas, because cancer needs an acidic body. So if you can remove the acidity, you're going to convert the cancer back towards more normal states.
Yes, my dear Peter. This is also another issue that's confusing. He can eat mostly fruits every now and then. I mean, in intervals when he can eat, because this discomfort, this is like a bloating thing that it doesn't allow him to eat enough quantity. Now, the contradiction was that the molecular biologists suggested only no fruit, no carbohydrates, high carbohydrate, starchy foods and things, which are the alkaline part. Now, anyway, this is exactly what I know what you're saying, and this is my position as well. But in listening to the specialist, I had to do different things. Anyway, well, we are in the process. And as I'm saying, I'm hoping that we're going to do every week, one day for some checkups. So eventually we'll get the comparison of the old ones. But the promising and the nice thing that we heard today was the youngest son said, I don't care what the conclusion says, but I can see you. I see that you're better. Mm-hmm. The eldest son that he came to visit, and he hasn't been for a long time now. He said the same. I'm glad to see that you're looking better, and I'm happy about that. Without the eldest, without knowing the saying from the outcome of the checkup, because the Nicolas didn't allow the youngest one to tell anyone anything about this.
Yeah, no, the problem I can have with fruits is that they are high in sugars. Yeah. And sugar is what feeds cancers.
This is also one other thing. Yes, I know.
And what will also help is oxygen therapy. Because cancer needs a lack of oxygen. So if you increase the oxygen levels in the body, that will also fight the cancer.
Yes. We did something that is a friend homeopath who gave us this exactly this solution. Anyway, I don't remember the name for this, and he got lots of diarrhea.
Right.
So anyway, I can't tell you how many things we have been through, and this is why I've missed you several times, because I had too much on my plate, and I was listening. I was coming in the room where the device was on, and I've been listening to that afterwards, but I couldn't get around to.
That's why I wanted to get to you real quick here. So that we could get an update on that.
Thank you. That's right. Thank you.
You have a big international family all rooting for you.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to the meeting.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Looking forward to everything.
We'll all beam over to Greece for one big party. How about that?
That's right. Yes. Or at least take a shuttle.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All right. But anyway, continued prayers for Nicolas.
I'm so grateful for this wonderful family, international family, and for both of you.
Right.
For caring.
Thank you, Kyrki.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right,
thank you so much.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Billy. Thank you.
All right. As we're getting updates here, just a quick update about my sister. They did send her home, but things are not good with her. She's in a constant amount of pain, and she told me she would rather be in childbirth right now than have the pain she's having. That's how bad it is.
Right.
She's got another thing going on where she has a pain in her left-hand side underneath her rib cage, which constitutes to me liver, or kidney.
Has she at least understood that taking the jab was maybe not such a clever thing to do?
Yeah, well, I've touched on that a little bit, but I'm not going to get into an argument with her while she's in this.
Yeah, I can understand that.
But she may have to go back into the hospital tomorrow. We're waiting to see what the doctors say whenever she gives them a call tomorrow and explains what's going on.
Okay.
So
right.
Anyway, Thank you for the continued prayers for my sister Bonnie. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. We all have her in our prayers, and of course Nicolas as well.
All right. Another one of my friends I mentioned him often, Doc, his niece Jennifer has a pacemaker, has had it since she was 4 years old. She's now 35, and they're having
a pacemaker at 4?
Yes, and they're having to replace the pacemaker at this point, but they're jumping through hoops for her. So Jennifer is in my thoughts and prayers as well here.
Well, today. As soon as the med beds come, then they can fix the heart so that the pacemaker is no longer necessary.
Yes.
That is definitely one of the things which we're told the med beds will allow. And so on a lighter note, I've just been released from an NDA. I've been under a non-disclosure agreement for several weeks now, and the reason for the NDA has just been resolved, and I'm now allowed to talk about something. Now you're probably thinking, is this some financial thing? No, it's not.
You tease. You're an absolute tease. You know that?
Right. That's right. That's part of the job, isn't it? To tease. That's what we Brits love doing, teasing.
Yes, I know. Okay.
So what is it that I've been under an NDA for? Basically, it's a webcam. And you may have noticed that the picture quality of me in the last few weeks has been better than usual. I'm now currently on the old camera, where I have a slightly purplish skin color. That's because the old camera has problems with the green screen behind me and tries to correct the for that, which makes my skin look a little. Whereas the newer cam,
the chroma key correction,
the doesn't have that problem. So let me show you what I have the NDA for. It is this. It is
a new webcam.
It is the webcam we've been using. Now, I was invited by Insta360, which is the maker of this webcam, to beta test this camera. Because, I've been using a number of Insta360 cameras, and I'm quite vocal on their forum, and they invited me because they know I'm doing online webinars to beta test this camera. And so I've been beta testing it for several weeks, and this is what I was under the NDA for. In other words, I was allowed to use it in the show, but I was not allowed to tell anybody that I was using this thing. So now this camera has finally been released. The last about 3 days ago, it's been publicly released. It's called the Insta360 Link webcam. Cost, I think, $399. And I got it for free, which I've been using on the show, in exchange for two things. Beta testing the thing, and I was writing a report, doing a special video for them, explaining, giving them all the tips I could give on that, and also I got to put out a video publicly, basically giving a test review or things like that. So which I'm going to do, and this is the first part of it. In just announcing to you guys, this is what I've been using. So the picture quality of the show has been improved because I've been using this. In fact, I'll just switch to that camera now, and there it goes. There you can. That's the old webcam I've been using. That's a ring light. So you're looking at behind my monitor, and now you can see my screens.
Oh wow, we're getting a behind the scenes look.
You're getting behind the scenes. There we are. You're seeing my studio here. So this is basically what it looks like. What I'm looking at every day. So I have 3 screens, 1, 2, 3 in front of me, and I can move this down. There's my desk, and basically this is what I've been using for the show. It's a 4K camera, so it's a very high resolution, and it's basically what I have been using in the last few weeks. And I think last week someone commented and said, "Oh, your picture quality must be really good." Well, it is, because I've been using
there's
this
the
webcam.
difference. There's the difference. Now we don't seem so purple.
That's right. Yeah. Let me just Let's get the camera set up. There we go. So now we're on the newer cam, and as you can see, my face color looks much nicer, and it's a crisper image.
Nice.
So that was what I was under an NDA for several weeks. So I could use it, but I was not allowed to tell anybody I was using it.
You look 10 years younger, Peter.
There you go.
Exactly. Yeah, you buy a new webcam, you look 10 years younger. It's great.
That's right. So everybody go out and buy you that $399 webcam.
That's right. Yes, you look. Who needs a med bed? You just need a webcam.
Yeah. Do we need? Do we get promo fees for that? For hawking products here? Is that?
I'd have to look into that. Currently, I don't have any commission system set up with them. Maybe I should do that.
You should do that.
Maybe before I release a public test video, I should do a commission system with them.
There you go. Go.
Yeah, I mean, they contacted me through my company Gadget Heaven. That's how they know me, and I promised to do a test video, which I am going to do. So that's why my image quality in the last several weeks, probably about 2 months, has been looking a lot better. And the good thing, I get to keep the camera. It's great.
All right. One quick thing. Delise, do not go back to Israel right now.
I know.
Do not go back to Israel. They are firing back and forth over, they're crisscrossing the Iron Dome's picking off a lot of it, but do not go back to Israel right now, Delise.
I know. I've been hearing, and it's very distressing. No, I know.
Yeah, I know. I hope all your friends
told me what you told me last week. Can you hear me?
All right. Yeah, it's a little choppy. That's all.
Yeah. I have a friend who had kids who had visited her, and they're left today, and they had to disembark because there was a dome intercepted. So now the airport is probably going to be closed.
Let's get a live update here real quick. Miriam is in Israel. Miriam, go ahead and unmute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, yeah.
Miriam there.
Hi, Miriam.
Yeah.
There. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Are you safe, first of all?
Hey, Miriam.
Hi, sweetie. Hi. Yes, thank you. I am safe. But my children and my precious grandchildren were scheduled to leave after having visited me for 2 weeks. And they were sitting on a plane. And I got a text from my daughter-in-law saying, we just had the plane. And then I found out that a missile had been headed for Ben Gurion and was accepted, thank God, by the Iron Dome. But I don't know where they are now. And I told them, just come home to me. Just come home. I don't care what it costs to change the tickets. I want them off of that plane and I want them here. No. So they're not, I haven't gotten an answer, and I don't know if it's because they're busy trying to reschedule or if they're actually up in the air. I have no idea what's happening with them right now.
Oh my. Okay. Well, prayers for your family. Hope they get home real safe.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have known for a long time that Israel was due for a lot of trouble.
Yeah, and here we go, folks. Israel's saved for last. We got Ukraine falling. We got Taiwan about to fall. Now we're gonna, here goes Israel all over again. So,
and Israel was the last, I think. So
Israel was being saved for last. Yeah.
So once that happens, do we get the RV? This is the question.
Well, yes. The thing about it is, once we go into these, wars and we go into the big scare event, then we'll be under military law and lockdowns and stuff like that. I'm thinking it has to happen before then so that we can get in and out in those 10 days quickly. Okay, before all hell breaks loose.
Or alternatively, we'll be issued with passes allowing us to travel during the lockdown.
That could.
That's what I think might happen. That we'll be sent passes which we just show at any checkpoints, and they'll say, right, you have special permission. you're allowed to go to wherever we have to go to.
Right. And now you are right, Holly. GESARA would not happen when someone is at war. Yes, but that does not mean the RV can't happen before then.
That's true. That's true.
Because we're all going to be under 90-day NDAs when we go and do the RV. So, it will, it could play out that way where we go and we do our appointments and whatnot. And then the scare events start to happen. And then this GESARA kicks in. That's when we can start talking about it publicly. Okay. As far as being out of our NDAs and everything are concerned. So there may be the scenario. All right. Miriam, you had something else? Go ahead, unmute. Nope. You got to unmute, dear. I'm sorry. I muted you.
Yeah. This has been an enormous concern to me because my currency is in the US. So as soon as I get word of this, I've got to get on a plane and travel, 15 hours or more. And so whenever I hear you guys say that Israel is going to be a total mess, don't be in Israel. I mean, how am I going to get out of here?
We'll just have to wait and see, Miriam. We'll, don't have a real clear answer for that one. Okay.
Yeah, well, you could just keep your head down, I suppose, because I mean, they're not going after the civilians; they're going after your government.
All right. So,
but I still have to. We have one major international airport.
Right.
And it's not as if, oh well, I'll cross the bridge and I'll go to Jordan and I'll get.
Okay.
This is it.
Right.
This is a very tiny place. So,
all right.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't. I hope it happens with the exceptions that you noted.
Right.
That would be very comforting.
We'll see what happens. Okay, just explain that to when the 800 numbers are released. Explain it to them, and we'll see. See what we can do. Okay. Prayers and everything else for your safety and your family safety over there, Miriam. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Peter, let's go ahead and get into the intel, shall we?
Yes, I think we can do. One other thing I tested this week was this app for food. You remember on the Telegram channel, I put out a link saying, look, there's this app which you put on your phone, and you can scan food and it will tell you the nutritional value, whether it's good for you or it's bad for you, if it's got bad additives in it or something like that. And I went out into a few, I think 3 supermarkets, and armed with this app on my phone, and I just went around scanning foods which I thought I should be buying. In other words, vegan foods or healthy foods which I thought looked good, whether it's vegan cheese or but I mean, I even tried some few meat things. I can scan anything. And it was quite amazing that things which I thought were good, because they were labelled, say, vegan, were then said bad. Things like, I always call them Tom and Jerry ice cream. Yeah, everybody knows what I'm talking about. And it came out as being bad, and I thought, what? Tom and Jerry vegan ice cream? I thought, it tastes good. Yeah, surely it's good. And I went to one of these cheap discount places, which had, I think it was called Aldi. And I scanned some of their food and it came out excellent. I thought, what's this? The cheap food's coming out excellent, the expensive stuff's coming out bad.
Wow, that goes to show you, buying the big expensive stuff is not always the greatest thing in the world.
It was really an amazing experience to use this app, and I will prepare a video maybe for putting on the end of one of these shows, which actually show because what I did is I videoed the screen of my phone while I was testing the foods, and I'm going to shove that maybe on the end of the next show, as a bonus video, just explaining, just showing what I was doing and what was happening. I found it a very interesting experience. I can highly recommend getting the app and testing it. I'll put a link into the chat in a moment where you can get it. The Yucca amp, that's right. Yes, Don Bishop already has it.
So, a question was posed in here: how will we get the 800 numbers? We are going to post them on the forum, on our Telegram channels and whatnot. You can also sign up at Dinar Recaps or Dinar Chronicles through the Telestray system in order to get direct emails whenever they do it. Just sign up at dinarrecaps.com or Dinar Chronicles through the Telestray, through the Telestray system. And they'll send you updates every day as far as intel and also some spiritual guidance from Voyages of Light and things of that nature. They have some really nice articles that they post in there. So
that's right.
Okay. But they will not be contacting you directly. Not from the centers themselves, but whenever everything is released, we will get the word out however we can. Again, as always, pigeons are standing by. Okay,
that's right. You keep talking about your pigeons. Are you feeding them properly, that they have enough energy to get out there?
Yes, the pigeons are well fed. Okay, I'm also using cardinals and hummingbirds.
Cardinals, yeah. From the local church?
No, from the local baseball team.
The baseball team. Well, are they qualified to be Cardinals?
Yeah, they are. They're very powerful. Very powerful. They beat the Yankees 2 in a row. They're going for the sweep today.
Wow. I couldn't imagine Cardinals playing football come out.
Not football, baseball. It's not football season.
Oh, it's baseball. Okay, that makes a difference.
Yeah, the Yankees are a baseball team.
All right. Yeah. Well, we don't play those things over here.
Yeah, I know that.
We play real games like football and cricket and tennis and things like that.
Oh, and Robert is sending me sandhill cranes. Cool. I love it. Sandhill cranes can carry a lot of messages. That's true.
Right. Okay. Anyway, so I wanted to get that in. Also, another thing I wanted to mention, there's this TV series we've mentioned a couple of times here called
the Orville.
The Orville, exactly. And they've just finished their 3rd season. They just had their final episode. And it was mind-blowing. They were showing GESARA. I couldn't believe it.
I've got to speed up and binge more. I have got to speed up and binge more.
I couldn't believe it. They were showing GESARA in the show. They weren't calling it GESARA. They didn't go that far. But the whole... there were several sort of stories going in the final episode. But one of the storylines was they picked this lady up from a planet which was very, very similar to Earth 21st century Earth. Okay? And she had a very repressive government on her planet. Sounds familiar? Mm-hmm. Where people were really scared for what the government was doing to them, and basically it was a proxy for our world today. Yeah. The only thing different about their world to our world is that instead of having lawyers, you had people using social justice social media to vote on what's good or bad. So if you do something which is against the system, then you'll be putting on the voting system, and people would vote up and down as to whether you've been thrown in jail. That was the only difference. Now that sounds a lot like the Chinese social score system,
right?
Which they were basically describing.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. All right. Where can we watch the Orville? I believe I pick it up on Hulu.
That's right. In America, it's available on Hulu. In the rest of the world, it's available on Disney Plus. In some countries, including Germany, it's available on Amazon Prime. Mm-hmm. So one of those three should have the Hulu in your country.
Right.
Should have the Orville in your country. Now at the end of this show, in the recording, I always put a bonus video. Well, I put a little bonus video together. I've already prepared it on the GESARA parts of the final episode, where I show you the sections and I comment on it, and it's just mind blowing. Although they never say the word GESARA, but they're just comparing life on this lady's planet, which is basically proxy for our lives now, and the way the people live in the 400 years later on the Orville in their society, which sounds very, very much like what GESARA is giving us. That there's no money, money has no importance. That you have free energy. You have all your material needs are taken care of, and there's a lot more. And there's a lot about this lady trying to learn the new values. And for anybody who's looked at GESARA, you're saying, my God, she's just describing someone transitioning from the old world to the GESARA world. And this in a sci-fi series. And it was done so well. I had to watch it twice. I couldn't believe how close to GESARA that episode was. And they can't be getting into trouble. This was the final episode of the season, and they don't even know if there's going to be a fourth season. We're all hoping they will, because it was a phenomenal season. It was some of the best sci-fi I've seen in a long time. I just couldn't believe how close to GESARA what they were describing was in that. I mean, other things happened which has nothing to do with GESARA in that episode. But this particular theme, was just phenomenal, I thought.
Okay. All right. So one little thing. Yeah, somebody mentioned the different times and whatnot that are coming up in August because Peter is traveling. Starting.
Oh yeah, the next week's going to be interesting. We're going to start in a week's time. I'm going to be driving on the Sunday. In fact, I'll be driving to Belgium, the Belgium coast, and so next week's show is on a Monday, because obviously when I'm in the car driving, I'm not going to be doing a show, because I can't really do a show while driving. So the show will be on the Monday instead of the Sunday next week. The Wednesday, which is the 17th of August, is our episode 45. Now, anybody who knows the numbers 17 and 45 must notice some kind of connection.
You and the president.
Yes, exactly. So we're going to do a presidential special, which I'm going to be doing live from Belgium. So I'm going to be preparing that as well, because you can't miss out on it. It's just like the 007 episode. We could not do anything else but a Bond special. Well, this time we can't do anything else but a presidential special.
Right. So, and this Wednesday, are we doing one Wednesday, or is that's your wife's birthday, right?
Yes. So instead of this the next episode is not my wife's birthday, and also it was our civil wedding anniversary, because we had our civil wedding on her birthday. So for that reason, we're doing that on the Thursday. So the next episode is going to be on a Thursday, not on a Wednesday.
Right. So not this Wednesday, this Thursday, and then not this coming Sunday, but Monday.
That's right. Yes. So instead of Wednesday the 10th, it's Thursday the 11th. Okay, which is the next episode. Yeah. And instead of Sunday the whatever it is, it's then Monday, then Wednesday, which is then the 45th episode. And then the Sunday afterwards is also a day later, because I'm returning back to Cologne on the Sunday night. So the next two Sundays are actually on Mondays, basically, right, for that reason. Mm-hmm. And so a little bit of mixtures. Now the voting for the times has completed, and I'm glad to announce that the 1 hour later, in other words, the time we started this show, has won. Yep. And so I can give you
1 o'clock.
So 1 o'clock his time, 8 o'clock my time, 7 p.m. in the UK. Mm-hmm. Let me just quickly look up what the numbers were, the final numbers on the poll. So we had 38 votes. That's 37% of the vote voted for yes. Have the show at the now current time. 21 people. Well, I'm sorry, you weren't enough. You wanted to go back to the old time. And 45 people, that's 43%, were happy.
Really didn't care.
They didn't care. So basically, it was 17 votes which carried it.
All right. So this did not go through Dominion, correct?
No, it did not go through Dominion. No.
Okay. All right.
It was
a straw poll.
It was It went for the forum using the forum's internal software, and I can guarantee that there was no manipulation at all.
All right. So, all right, let's get into it, shall we?
Yeah. Okay. So let me just grab the news. We've got a fair amount to get through, but good stuff as well. Let me just.
No, the ballots weren't watermarked. They were all electronic. It was just a simple straw poll. That's all it was. No hand ballots. There were no drop boxes involved in this.
No. You literally just went to a web page and and you just voted. In fact, you could change your vote right up till the end. But it's ended now, so we know that it's the results. The results are finished, and so we have a new time. And a little bit of mix up in the next few days, next week or so with which days we're on, but the time is now fixed. It's going to be for both the Wednesdays and Sundays, or Thursdays
and Mondays, 1 o'clock my time.
The time is going to be the same, and I'm going to see if I can do some fun stuff in Belgium, which I can film and show in the show as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. Anybody here who can get to the Belgium coast next week? Well, write in the chat if you can, and maybe we could do a meetup. Otherwise, I'll just do it on my own.
There you go.
With that, I think we can now move on to the news.